Your medical gap cover is not a medical aid or medical scheme, but an insurance policy that covers all dependents on the main member's medical scheme with the exception of multiple spouses. Medical schemes set the amount that they will pay for each and every treatment they will cover. This is known as the Medical Scheme Tariff or MST. Your medical scheme will pay 100%, 150% or even 200% of the medical scheme tariff depending on the option you are on. When being treated, however, surgeons, anaesthetists and other medical specialists are free to charge whatever they like.
With the result being that they frequently do and substantially more than the MST. Your Universal Gap Cover policy takes care of this unpaid shortfall.
Let's look at a quick example to better illustrate this point. Michelle is hospitalized for a routine appendix operation. The procedure is performed without complications and she's in and out of hospital in 2 days. A week later, she receives the bill. She's not expecting any surprises as she's on a medical option that pays 100%. This is Michelle's problem. While her medical aid scheme will pay 100% of their predetermined tariff, her doctor charges a completely different rate. She opens a bill which reads, General Surgeon's fees 10,200 Rand and 38 cents. Anaesthetist 7,544 Rand. Total charge 17,744 Rand and 38 cents. Medical scheme tariff at 100% 7,247 Rand and 75 cents. Unpaid 10,496 Rand and 63 cents. Michelle now needs to find the additional 10,496 Rand and 63 cents to settle the anaesthetist and surgeon.
Your Universal Gap Cover policy takes care of this unpaid shortfall.
This is the unpaid amount that your Universal Gap policy covers. Once you put in your claim, we will pay you the shortfall up to 5 times the MST with no maximum claim limit. Your gap cover policy also covers what are called co-payments. These are amounts charged by the medical scheme that require upfront payment to access certain facilities and treatments. Medical schemes use these co-payments in a similar way as car insurers use excess payment charges to discourage unnecessary or overly frequent claims against the medical scheme by their members. Examples of typical co-payments charged by medical schemes are 1,000 to 1,500 Rand for hospital admissions, 1,500 to 3,000 Rand for procedures like MRI or CT scans, 2,500 to 3,500 Rand for gastroscopy, colonoscopy and arthroscopy examinations, 8,500 to 10,000 Rand for joint replacements, and 6,500 to 7,500 Rand for abdominal, spinal or back surgery. Your gap cover policy covers these co-payments with no maximum claim limit.
In order to qualify for the gap cover, the procedure that results in the shortfall must be approved and covered by your medical scheme.
Medical gap cover only pays for the shortfall on doctors and specialist charges, not on ward fees or medicines. Your gap policy typically only covers procedures that take place as in-hospital procedures, but there are approximately 50 out-of-hospital procedures that are covered as well, and these are listed in your policy document. Day-to-day medical costs such as GP visits and medicines are not covered, and as with any policy, there are a list of items that can be classified as general exclusions, such as claims resulting from nuclear weapons, waste or warfare, injuries sustained while participating in a criminal act, speed tests such as motor racing, alcohol or drug use. This full list is detailed in your policy document. It's important that you pay careful attention to the waiting periods we apply to curb abuse of the policy, which, unchecked, would lead to much higher premiums becoming payable by you, the policyholder. So, with this in mind, for the first 3 months from the inception of the policy, no claims are permitted. Aside from a 3-month general waiting period, there is a 10-month waiting period for birth-related claims. The following 9 specific conditions: joint replacements, arthroscopic procedures, spinal surgery, nasal and sinus surgery, dentistry, hernia repairs, cataract surgery, hysterectomy, and cardiac procedures receive no benefit for the first 6 months of your gap cover. In the second 6 months, the policy pays 50% of the normal benefit. After the 3-month general waiting period, however, claims resulting from an injury or accident incurred after the commencement of cover will receive the full gap benefit. Likewise, for hysterectomy resulting from a diagnosis of cancer after the commencement of the policy, or any necessary cardiac procedure diagnosed after the commencement of cover, the full gap benefit will also apply.
After the first 12 months, full cover is extended to these 9 elective procedures. Please remember, these waiting periods only apply to these 9 conditions and childbirth-related claims. So when the 3-month general waiting period has elapsed, you are covered for all other conditions subject to the conditions of cover.
When claiming, please contact Zest Life using the contact details provided in your welcome pack. We'll send you a claim form and instructions on everything we require from you, but please note that you need to submit your claim within 6 months of being booked in for the procedure or medical event you are claiming for. To ensure you and your family have access to the most effective treatments, your policy also provides additional lump sum and co-payment cover specifically for cancer. If you or any of your dependents are diagnosed with cancer for the first time, your policy pays out a once-off amount of 25,000 Rand. And where a co-payment is due for cancer treatment costs that exceed your medical scheme's cancer limit, you will be covered for this amount, subject to a maximum co-payment of 20% and an annual claim limit of 250,000 Rand per individual insured under the policy. In the event of a single mastectomy, we provide 20,000 Rand cover for non-affected breast reconstruction. Each and every family member covered by your GAP policy is also covered for an additional 25,000 Rand in case of accidental death or accidental disability. You are covered up to 30,000 Rand per policy per year for internal prosthesis where the medical scheme limit has been exceeded. And then there's Hello Doctor. This service provides you access via text message to a team of doctors to answer any medical or health-related questions within 1 hour. This service is free to all policyholders and provides access to GP advice 24/7. In addition to the standard benefits provided by your GAP cover policy, you have the option to extend your cover for cancer and dentistry treatment, 2 areas of healthcare that frequently cost more than the cover offered by most medical schemes. The standard benefit offered by your medical gap cover pays out 25,000 Rand in the event that anyone insured under the policy is diagnosed with cancer for the first time. The extended cancer cover increases this cover amount by 75,000 Rand, bringing the total cancer cover to 100,000 Rand per individual. This benefit is paid out in a single amount on diagnosis and is intended to assist in covering the costs of expensive oncology drugs and related treatments not covered by your medical scheme. but it is not dependent on actual treatment costs and can be used for any purpose you like. The Extended Dentistry Cover offers you and your family emergency, accidental and specialized dentistry cover. We provide the following amounts for the treatment of these events. Impacted wisdom teeth, 1,000 Rand per tooth. Periodontitis, 1,500 Rand per event. Jaw fracture, 15,000 Rand per event. Dental emergency, such as pain or infection that requires immediate treatment, 1,000 Rand per event. Accidental tooth fracture, 4,000 Rand per tooth. Severely decayed or damaged teeth, 3,000 Rand per tooth up to 2 teeth per year. Impaired chewing from tooth loss, 5,000 Rand per jaw once every 24 months. Dental instability from tooth loss, 10,000 Rand per tooth once a year. Both the Extended Cancer Cover and the Extended Dentistry Cover are optional benefits covering all family members on your medical scheme under the age of 65, and they are subject to a 6-month waiting period. They can be taken individually or together and become part of your gap cover policy. And that ends our introduction to your universal gap cover. Once again, please study your policy document and contact us if you have any questions or would like to know more about our other health insurance or debt protection policies.
We look forward to providing ongoing medical gap cover for you and your family. Remember, with Zest Life, you have cover you can trust, people you can depend on. Thanks for watching.